Hello and welcome my dear students. I am Rohan sir from Mahdi English Medium School. I welcome my all dear 3rd standard little gems once again in science lecture. My dear little gems, I hope that the previous lecture of chapter 1 question bank you enjoyed a lot. Yes, and I also hope that you are going to send me the work whatever you have done soon or later. Also you are going to send me the new ideas of thoughts and etc. My dear students, you know that you have got 1 or 2 days to write the questions of question bank. So I hope that you have done that in advance, so that in this lecture you just have to write the answers. Now, without wasting much of your time, let's see what are we going to do today. So what are we going to do today exactly is all new question bank of chapter 2. Yes, you know that in the previous lecture we have done question bank of chapter 1, in which many objectives were there, like match the following, fill in the blanks, give one word answer, and etc. Even the subjective like question answers were there. So in short, the exact revision of chapter 1 is done. Few or more questions were such which you were not aware of or which you have never seen. Similarly, question bank of chapter number 2 is such that few questions will be new to you, few will be familiar, but the question types will be changed, and so on. So as you can see on your screen, objectives and subjectives here also are included. Now before I start, I hope that you are all set and ready with your books, pencils, brain, and even whatever you want to eat, because even if I refuse, you are going to do what you wish. But you know that I give you the liberty to eat even with studying here in my lecture. The condition is you have to remain active while the lecture is going on your screens. So I hope you all are active and rejuvenated and you are ready for today's lecture. So let's get started. Question number 1. So those who haven't written the question in advance, please write the heading, please give the heading question 1, and you have to give the heading chapter 2 if you haven't written the question in advance. So please give the heading chapter 2 question 1 for those who have not written the question in advance. Surely I am going to wait for them. So what do we have to do in question 1? Let me just explain while you are giving the heading. Choose the incorrect word and replace it with correct word. So basically this is what we are doing for all the chapters in question number 1. So now I hope I don't have to explain you what you are supposed to do here. You just have to choose the incorrect word. That means if you have written the sentence and the questions in advance, you just have to underline it. Why? Because if you have observed in the PDF questions I have sent you, there the heading is given for the first question is underline the incorrect word and write the correct one in the given space. So there the heading was like that, but here as I am presenting this thing on the screen in the lecture, I have changed the topic a bit. You have to choose the incorrect word and replace it with the correct word. So if you have written the questions, you are free to underline the incorrect word and just write the correct word. Okay, so here we go. Number 1. It is safe to board or get down while the bus is moving. If you have written this question, just underline the incorrect word. For those who have not written the question, please pick out the incorrect word and write it down in your book. It is safe to board or get down while the bus is moving. Board means to get in, and opposite of it is gets down. So which word do you feel is incorrect here? So if you have written the answer, here is the incorrect word, moving. Okay, so if you remove this incorrect word, it is safe to board or get down while the bus is dash. If we remove moving, what is the correct word which will fit there? Okay, I hope that many have already tried this, many have already written the answers. Let's see what the correct answer is. Correct answer is stopped. So please write the answers, and for those who have already written, please repeat this correct statement after me. It is safe to board or get down while the bus is stopped. Okay, so this is the correct sentence. We replaced moving with the word stopped. Moving on to number 2. We must keep dry hands away from electric appliances. Electric appliances like switchboard, refrigerator, TV cables and other things. So we must keep dry hands away from electric appliances. Which word goes wrong here? Please underline that if you have written the question. If you haven't written the question, please write down which word is incorrect from this sentence. So let me just display. The incorrect word here is dry. So we must keep dash hands away from electric appliances. What do you think will be the correct if dry is incorrect? So let's see the correct word. Correct word is wet. So we must keep wet hands away from the electric appliances. Please write the correct answer. Also repeat after me loudly and clearly. We must keep wet hands away from electric appliances. Okay, I hope that you have got the sufficient time to write at least a one word answer and that you have repeated after me. Number 3. Do not run while playing up and down the stairs. Okay, do not run is correct here, but which word do you feel is incorrect? Try to pick out the incorrect word. Do not run while playing up and down the stairs. So the incorrect word is playing. Why? Because obviously you should not play on the stairs, but you should not run while doing what on the stairs? Playing here is incorrect, otherwise playing is correct. You should not play on the stairs, but that is different sentence. But here for now playing is incorrect word. Many were confused, many have sent me the messages for this. So now the time is here. Please solve your doubts. Playing is incorrect word, so do not run while dash up and down the stairs. Correct word is moving, moving up and down the stairs. So while you climb up and climb down the stairs, while you move to and fro, you should not run and you should walk easily. Okay, so please repeat this statement after me. Also at the same time write the correct answer. Do not run while moving up and down the stairs. Okay, I hope that you have written the correct answer. Moving should be replaced, playing should be replaced with moving. That means moving should be given the place there. Moving on to number 4. Use benches to cross busy roads. This is absurd, don't you think? Use benches to cross busy roads. Okay, now I hope you should solve it easily. Which word is incorrect here? Please pick them out. Please pick out the word. Incorrect word is benches. So use dash to cross the busy roads. Please write your answer. So the correct answer is, correct word fits. Now there are two words here, zebra crossing or subway, because these are the two ways of crossing the busy roads, isn't it? So you can write either of these two words, or you can write both if you want. The choice is yours. So please write it down. The correct spelling should be written if you are writing in your books. So please repeat after me. Use zebra crossing or subway to cross busy roads. Okay, let us repeat it one more time because the answers are two. Use zebra crossing or subway to cross busy roads. Clear enough? There are the two ways of crossing the roads. That's why I have given you the options. You can write either of these. It will be count as a correct answer only. Moving on to question number 2. Please give the heading question 2 for those who have not written the questions. Give the heading. You can give it on the same page because you have just written the answer for the first question. That I suppose would not have occupied so much of space. So please give another heading, question 2. If you are giving the heading on the same page, make sure you leave 1 or 2 lines just to make it clear enough and legible. What do you have to do? Give one word for the following. You just have to give one word for the following statements. So there are only 2 of sub questions in this question. So you can easily fit it on the same page where you have written question 1. Please kindly give the heading for those who have not written the questions. Question 2, give one word for the following. So this is a kind of answer in one word. So I hope that you have written the heading question 2, and even if you have written the questions, you have to just write the one word answer. Even if you have not written the questions, you have to just write the one word answer. So question 1, immediate help given to an injured person. Immediate help given to an injured person. This is very easy, and I hope that maximum students have written the correct answer before I display the answer here. So let's see what the answer is. Correct answer is first aid. So please just write the answer and please repeat it once after me. Immediate help given to an injured person is called first aid. Okay? Now, if you have written the answer, we shall move to another question. Number 2, types of rules to be followed on the roads to avoid getting injured. Now you know there are basically 5 rules even in your textbook, but here types of rules are asked. How many types are not asked? Please understand the question. Types of rules to be followed on the roads to avoid getting injured. So what will be the one word answer? Okay, so I hope that you have tried at least to write the answer on your own. Anyways, here the correct answer is safety. Okay, there were the safety rules at home, at school, on the roads. So safety is the answer. So please repeat this after me. Safety rules should be followed on the roads to avoid getting injured. I hope students, when I ask you to repeat, you are repeating after me. So safety is the answer. Now students, like I said, there were only 2 questions for one word. Moving on to main question number 3. Please give another heading, question 3. So what do you have to do here is fill in the blanks with correct letters. So 5 to 6 FBs are there for here. What do you have to do? Fill in the blanks with correct letters. Please give the heading question 3. Don't go for this long heading. Just you have to write question 3 because already PDF is sent in your group, so you'll be able to understand which is question 3 for chapter 2. Okay, now number 1, B dash floors should be kept dry. B dash floors should be kept dry. Now which floors should be kept dry? And here the word starts with B. Yes, I know many are getting confused, but if you have understood the chapter properly, you will be able to answer this properly, or you had already written the answer. Then you should just check your answers when I display it. B dash floor should be kept dry. So the correct answer is bathroom. Okay. Generally, every floor, even the bedroom, should be kept dry, but here the correct answer is bathroom, because generally people get slipped over there. So if you have written the answer now, please repeat it after me. Bathroom floors should be kept dry. Okay, spelling of bathroom, this is a compound word, that is a combination of two words, bath and room. It is very easy. You will be able to write this on your own. That is what I suppose. Okay, moving on to number 2. E dash appliances can give a shock if touched with wet hands. I repeat the question, try to write it on your own, the answer. E dash appliances can give a shock if touched with wet hands. This was even there in question 1. So if you remember which appliances, okay, if you have written the answer, check your answers. If you haven't written the answer, write it down from here. The correct answer is electric. So note down the spellings, and if you have already written the answer, check your spellings. And please repeat this after me once. Electric appliances can give a shock if touched with wet hands. Okay, I hope this answer is very clear to you. Moving on to number 3. S dash rules should be followed everywhere. Oh, this one is easy one. If you get confused, this is the hard one. Dash rules should be followed everywhere, starting with S. So it's very easy. It is from the name of the chapter itself. Okay, so if you have written the answer, check your answers. Correct answer is safety. So please repeat this after me once quickly. Safety rules should be followed everywhere, whether it's a home, school, roads, garden, swimming pool, etc. places. Moving on to number 4. Z dash crossing is used to cross the roads safely. I repeat the question. Please write your answers. Z dash crossing is used to cross the roads safely. Now here, perfect one answer will be there. In the previous question of crossing the roads, there were 2 answers. This is one of those answers. Let's see what the correct answer here is. The correct answer is zebra. Yes, not an animal, but crossing is written already, so we have to just write zebra as the answer. Okay, please repeat this after me. Zebra crossing is used to cross the roads safely. Number 5. Y dash lights on the traffic means ready. Okay, it starts with Y. So I'll not ask you to wait for the answer. Here is the correct answer. Yellow. There are 3 lights, green, red and yellow. So obviously the word starts with Y, so it should be yellow. Yellow lights on the traffic means ready. Moving to number 6. D dash or an adult should be asked to give first aid. Okay, other than adults, who can give you first aid? The word starts with D. So the correct answer here is doctor. Either doctor, if not, then someone elder than you or some adult should be asked to give the first aid. So I hope that you have written the same answer. If not, please write it down, doctor. Okay, so students, moving on to question number 4. Please give the heading question 4. Match the following. Here the match the following is easy. So here the questions are, and you know how to solve this. You just have to write part A and later you have to write part B when I display the correct answers. So here is the column A and column B. Sharp object, red light, trip, boarding buses. Now here trip means to pull someone's leg while you are doing mischief. You do that even in the school. So trip means that. Sharp object, red light, trip, boarding bus. And here part B says stop, injured, stand in queue, knife. Stand in queue means stand in line. So try to match this. Where can you match the sharp object? Can you say stop, sharp object? No. Sharp object, injured? Yes, that is what you can match, because with the sharp object you can get injured. Or you can match this sharp object with knife. Yes, you can even match it with the knife. So you have to think twice before you match the column A and B. Then how about red light? Can you say injured, or can you say stop, or can you say red light means stand in queue? Then what about trip? I explained you the meaning, that to pull someone's leg. So that means stop or that means injured. What can you match it, or what matches the best with the word trip? Then how about the last question, boarding bus? To stand in queue, or to get injured, or to stop? So I hope that you have tried your level best to match the answers. So here are the correct answer. Column A will remain as it is because the questions will never change. And here the options have changed and the correct answers are put beside the questions. So sharp object, here it is matched with the word knife. You know, knife with which your mom cuts the different vegetables. Red light indicates obviously to stop when it is there in the traffic signal. Trip means to injured. Obviously when you pull someone's leg or when you are pulling someone doing mischief, they'll get injured. Whereas the last option, boarding bus, matches with stand in queue. So when you are boarding means when you are getting in up into the bus, you have to stand in a line, stand in a queue, and then you have to get inside one after the other, turn after the turn. Means you will not fall down or you will not hurt someone or to yourself. Please write the answers properly. Sharp object, knife. Red light, stop. Trip, injured. Boarding bus, stand in queue. I hope this is very simple for you. Now students, moving on to the last question, question number 5. Here you just have to repeat the answers after me. Don't write the answer. Answer the following questions. Just repeat and remember the answers. Question 1. What will happen when an electric appliance is touched with wet hands? Please repeat the answer after me. We can get electric shock. Repeat it one more time. We can get electric shock. Obviously, when you try to touch electric appliances with the wet hands, you will get shock. This is what we have repeated several times and I have explained you even several times. So don't touch the electric appliances with the wet hands. Number 2. why you should not run up and down the stairs. Now this is common sense, because you can fall and get injured. Please repeat it after me. Because you can fall and get injured. Repeat it one more time, students. Because you can fall and get injured. Number 3. Give 5 rules of safety should be followed on roads. Okay, start repeating after me, students. Look right, left, and then right. Number 2. Do not stick face out of moving vehicle. I hope, students, you are repeating after me. Number 3. Do not play on the roads. Number 4. Use zebra crossing or subway to cross the road. And number 5. Always walk on footpath. Clear enough? I hope that these rules are very much now into your brain. You have already kind of memorized these rules, because we have learnt it, we have explained it and revised it a lot of times. So moving to number 4. What should you do if you get small cut or wound, that is injury? Please repeat it after me. Go to doctor or any elder and get first aid from them. Let us repeat it one more time, students. Go to doctor or any elder and get first aid from them. Clear enough? So students, this is the end of today's lecture. I hope that you have written all the objectives and that you have repeated all the answers after me. If you want to write question answers, still you can watch the video lecture again and again from the YouTube. So now is the time to display one beautiful thought. This is the beautiful thought given by our brilliant student Chutniwala Zoheb. He has shared his thought second time. So what is the thought? Be creative with what you have. Let me explain the meaning of this thought. Be creative with what you have means whatever you have, small or big thing, you should be creative and use it and justify with that thing, rather than just wishing to have more and more. So this also means that be satisfied with what you have and be creative with what you have. Don't just wish to God. It's good to wish for more, but it is also good to be creative with whatever you have with you at that time. So we thanks Chutniwala Zoheb to share a beautiful thought with us, and at the same time I also expect to write the new names on the screen. For that, what do you have to do? You have to share the thought with us with your names, so that like Chutniwala Zoheb, your name will also be there on the screen. So once again I thanks Chutniwala Zoheb, and we appreciate him to share such a beautiful thought with us. Thanks for watching the video lecture, students, and I hope that throughout the lecture you enjoyed, you have written, you are speaking after me, you are repeating after me. So I am trying my level best to make this class as a live class, but now it depends on you how you take the lectures. Also, one more thing, don't forget to send your work to the follow-up teachers, because if you will send, we will note down your name as a regular students, and we will appreciate you in the way we want, or whatever we decide the way. So make sure you never forget to send your work after watching the lecture. Even if you complete it later, you should send it to the teachers. That will show how consistent you are. At the end, I hope that you enjoyed, and with this I end my lecture. Goodbye. Take care of yourselves and of your family members too.